Good afternoon, I'm Tansy, and in this video we are going to go through the steps of repotting a houseplant. Okay. The first thing that you'll need is a plant. Here is a houseplant that is in desperate need of replanting. It has never been replanted since I received it last February 22 after my dad died. You'll want to replant your pots at least once a year. The best time to do it is in the spring or the beginning of summer, but late is better than never, particularly if you start noticing that your plant has white calcium buildup, or that the roots are coming out of the drainage holes, or even just that the plant seems to be suffering in terms of stunted growth. Okay. Next, of course, you'll need a new planter. You don't want your new planter to be much bigger than the previous one. It can cause plant shock, and this will be more than enough to allow the roots to breathe and allow it to thrive. You're also probably going to want gloves at some point. It's optional, but you may want these. Of course, you're going to want potting mix, a soil. This soil is specially formulated for indoor plants. Name brand doesn't matter. And lastly, you'll want a watering can. Just some water so that you can water the roots once you've got it all situated. And you may find it helpful to have some kind of either potting tarp, or just some kind of container to catch the old dirt and soil and keep the mess down. Okay. Okay, step one is going to be to remove your plant from its current pot or planter. Depending on how root bound it is, you may have to first kind of like massage the sides or kind of roll it. This one should come out pretty easily. Alright, and as we can see, those roots were really had done all that they could in that last container. So what we're going to do is massage the roots and loosen the old roots. Okay. Oh, this might be a mistake. Okay, gravity. It is okay if you find yourself losing some of the roots. You know, you just want to be gentle, but yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, you're dislodging all of that old soil. And now we are left pretty much pretty clean root balls there, intact. All right. Now that we've loosened the roots, remove that old soil, old potting mix. Maybe a couple of these old dead leaves. Here's what we're left with. Now it's time to add new soil. All right, let's add our new soil. In some instances, depending on what your drainage system looks like, you may want to layer the bottom of your new planter with something like lava rocks to increase drainage and breathability. But in this case, this one comes with its own drainage system, so we can just go straight to adding the soil, potting mix. Oops. So we're going to fill this a little over halfway. Or a lot more than halfway. And then we are going to add our plants. We do not need to, particularly because of the time of the year, we do not need to add any kind of fertilizer because this soil should be more than enough to support new growth, healthy growth. So let's set this in. Alrighty. And you could always trim these a little bit. It's totally fine. Probably should do that, but I'm not. Okay. Put that in. I'm gonna put the other one in. Okay. And then I'm going to go back and fill in the top. I'll use the trowel now. you don't want to bury it too much, because you want to allow them to be able to, the roots to be able to breathe. But you do want to pack it down so that there aren't a whole lot of air packets. And I'm really just filling this to this line here. All right. If there were only the one plant, I would have centered this, but as there were two, put one on one side and one on the other, kind of giving some space. All right. Again, you're packing down the soil somewhat to prevent a lot of air pockets. All right. That should be good. And then you want to just make sure it is secure. I think they are secure. I'll do just a little more potting mix, potting soil. And then we're going to water. Just making sure you're still with me. Okay. All right, that was about 2 cups of water. I may do a little bit more, but that is it. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.